Alright, I'm headed down to San Juan County, Utah to do some exploring. They're a client of ours at the agency I work at, and this is a FAM tour, familiarization tour. Now we're gonna get some work done, but I figure I'd bring this camera. First time I've used this one, so taking on the trip. First, I gotta stop at Maverick, because I am a Maverick loyalist, and gotta get me some water and stuff. So, Maverick, here we go. One of these big boys.
I'm sure we can.
Me? Oh, I just spilled on myself. Just spilled out, so I wet myself. All right, hit the road. Back there. I'll have to get better footage tomorrow when I'm not the one driving. I'm gonna join a group and do some touring around because I'm frustrated as I'm driving that I am not getting the good shots of some of the stuff I'm passing. I feel like I'm not doing it justice. Plus, with this new camera, I don't know if I have the best settings on. I'm worried that I was filming a little bit too wide angle. I don't know. I gotta play with it more. Let me know in the comments if you have tips. I've got the DJI Osmo Action 4. It's nice though, nice little camera. I don't know what's going on in the Moab, Monicello, Southeastern Utah area.
The all-new Whoop is here.
I don't know what's going on in the Moab area, but there must be some kind of event because I keep seeing all kinds of low-ride trucks that are all decked out and chromed out, and unless there's just some kind of culture here I was not aware of, there must be some kind of event. I'll have to look into that when I stop. So I'm here at Bluff Dwellings Resort and Spa. Nice little setup back here. But I'm not sure where I need to check in. So, we go explore a little bit. These cool cliffs right there off the edge of the hotel. Hello? I'll have to play around later with my low light settings. I don't think this is the best view, but man, I look up at all these like rocks up there and all the little shelves and cracks and crevices, and like just wonder if anyone's ever like been up inside of the like that one or that one because they're so hard to get to. I want to fly a drone up there and go explore. I didn't bring my swimming suit. I didn't think there'd be a pool. That'd be kind of awkward anyways though. So I'm in the town of Bluff, Utah in San Juan County. And this resort is kind of one of the nicer ones in town, one of the nicer hotels or lodging places in town, tucked up into this little pocket in the canyon. I think I'm in this building right here. Somebody just waved at me, but I don't know if it's someone I know or not. I don't know who that was. Either someone from my group just saw me and waved, or some stranger waved at me, but I don't know. They were nice. I don't know if you can rent them to stay. I bet you can, but there's like these little teepees over there. That's what we got. Not bad at all. Might take a nice little shower in a minute. Look at this, it's nice and spacious. High ceilings, wood accents. All right, we gotta see what's going on out here. Nice. I don't want to spy on anybody, but sweet. Morning. Hello.
Oh my gosh, Kate! I was shedding it.
Oh,
that's so funny. You almost got caught.
Shut. Look at this old car.
Seal, because it's seal gray, and its horn was broken, and it sounded like a seal when you honked the horn. So
Mine had been like 2-door. It would have been cool. But
mine was a 4-door like mom car, but I paid for it myself, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. So
thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I mean, either.
let Ryan fight with you.
Walking tamales.
I have a medium cappuccino.
Medium cappuccino. I don't know who that is.
Need a lot. Okay, cool. Okay, this is terrible, but these are not here yet. We're just making them right now. Okay, I can check.
Ocean mineral cocktail. Interesting.
Did you bring it? Yeah. Are you guys gonna sit here? Sure, here. So the burritos are not.
So San Juan County overlaps with Navajo Nation land, and so there's lots of people from the Navajo Nation around here, and a lot of history related to it. And so a lot of the places we're going to go today and explore are obviously going to have lots of Native American influence and visuals and language and things like that. So yeah, it's cool. And it's also just kind of got that Old West classic Western movie kind of feel. So good stuff.
Yeah, back on the left.
What's the story behind the typewriters again? You mentioned the typewriters.
I don't know why they have typewriters. I'll ask Anna when she brings our stuff. I don't know why they have them, but I was saying even when this place was, not being used for, the whole first 15 years I lived here, it's just sat empty. The typewriters were always in the window, but it was just an empty building.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
Huh.
We have an interesting typewriter story in Monicello. So we had
Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
we had a kind of a cult that lived out there. We won't drive past that area today, but if you go out to the Needles
The
District,
Dream Ranch thing, or
it
the
was called, what did they call themselves? And it was sort of a religious cult. There was this lady named Marie Ogden, and she came from the East Coast. And she came out here and she thought she could communicate with God through her typewriter. And she actually bought the newspaper office. She bought the newspaper. We still have the San Juan Record. It's one of the longest running, continuously running newspapers in the country, I think. But she bought the San Juan Record. And so she ran it as a normal newspaper, but she had one little column every week that was her communications with God through her typewriter. But she lived out there, and she had some followers that lived with her, and so they thought they had this area where they lived called the inner portal. Then they had like a larger area outside of that, the outer portal. But they thought like when the world ended, only the people in that area, in the inner portal, were going to be saved. But the thing that was kind of crazy that happened out there is her husband died, and she was telling all the followers he was going to come back to life, and they had to keep like feeding him and bathing him and stuff. And so they were like giving him like, I don't know, sponge baths or whatever, and I guess like trying to put food in his mouth. So I guess the local sheriff caught wind of this and was like, oh, they have a dead body they're keeping out there, and they went out there, and whatever was going on, the way that they were like sponge bathing this person, all that, he was just like kind of mummified, so it wasn't like a health risk or anything, so they just let her keep doing it. But he didn't come back to life. And I think she lost a bunch of followers after that. Right. And then it kind of disbanded, but she was alive still, I think, when we moved here in a nursing home in Blanding. But she also taught like piano lessons, so tons of the people in town that are probably like 50 to 70 years old now had taken piano lessons from this lady, and the area's still out there. So if you drive out to Needles District, I can't remember, it's just slipping my mind, but you can't really tell what it is. There's just like really old buildings, and there's still, it's called Marie's Place is what they call it now. And you'll see it just says Marie's Place.
There's still a few pieces of some of the buildings out there, isn't there?
There's several buildings still there. You just can't, thank you. Oh, thank you. Several buildings are still there.
My brother and Kate, their other dog is a rescue from MD and has a big scar on his neck, and they think that was probably the same thing. And the same thing, so sweet. I know. What's wrong with people?
People are awful.
They really
People
are awful.
don't deserve dogs.
It's true. I know. We don't deserve dogs. Even the people who are so good to them. They're the best things
They're the
ever.
best.
Oh,
It's true.
Hey, I got a question for you.
For me?
Yeah, are
All right.
those petroglyphs right there, are those real?
Which ones?
or
The
just-
horses?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are real.
They're not. Okay, sweet.
I mean, you can tell, like, the telltale is the patina, right? So, like if you scratch these rocks, they'll reveal, like, a really white color underneath.
Yeah.
But if the petroglyphs are darker, then you know automatically they've been there for a long time, enough to patina. But you can also tell a lot from the style. Those, you're talking about the ones that are just down here up on the left side there.
Yeah, you can pretty much see them right here.
Yeah, those are real. People also I feel like are not that good at imitating those. And generally people, when they want to put their own new thing, they're just like writing their name, or they're drawing something dumb. So typically I think a lot of the stuff that looks genuine is genuine.
And then horse ones too are more recent because
because horses were brought back.
From
Horses,
when the Spanish.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you.
Well, have a great day, you guys.
See ya.
Yeah, it's such an amazing shop. Thank you so much.
Phoenix hosted the Super Bowl. She did the Super Bowl mural on a building downtown in Phoenix, and she actually designed the tickets for the Super Bowl.
Oh, cool.
That year.
Look at the detail on the hands, you guys.
Yes.
Like,
So-
on such a big scale. Like, wow.
So Allison, does your son?
My wife said I shouldn't wear this hat because she'd be embarrassed. She's not even here, she'll be embarrassed, but I'm not ashamed to keep the sun off my back. Off my neck.
Might be.
Look here, look. These little guys.
Oh, no, it's lizard. See, there's his tail right there. Yep.
You gotta find him. But these have like little pads. Those are some kind of little. Those are some kind of mammal. better not turn into a 127-hour situation.
Yeah. I didn't bring, so we'll be rubbing our sticks.
What's bad is I already have to pee.
We just started.
I know. I had to pee. We got out of the car.
Something.
Just the trail register.
It says Brand Revolt, you guys. Brand Revolt was here.
Oh no.
You should get a
You can
picture.
put your
I'm off the
comment
grid. You can't have a
after.
record of me. Just kidding.
I didn't write your name.
As I'm recording this.
Steer clear of them. Those ones you just like back away from. Like,
You guys good back there? Yeah, it's nice that it's not too hot yet. Got some little lizard tracks here that are a little bit better to see. Oh, never mind. We just walked over. Cut that. Don't use it.
And they're hot. They get into the cactus.
It's the wind blown,
Fast,
water
'cause I
worn
hate having to take the cactus.
striations. A lizard?
yeah, over here. Oh, there he went.
Oh, that's not that big.
He went right in
He
there.
just hopped on the back. Oh, he fell off the rock.
Oh,
He was like cleaning up.
he was bigger than the little pinhead we saw earlier.
Don't see him.
You should be first. You'll see the lizards first.
No, it's alright. That is a cool tree. Just felt like you guys needed to see that. It's a little wet down here.
Have you ever heard of a rock pepper? Rock pepper. Huh?
You know what kind of plant this is?
Yucca. I'm gonna say yucca.
I need to pull an app out that I have.
Hey, Allison. It's either, I think it's yucca. Is that yucca?
Yeah, don't know until you try it. See if it tastes yucca.
Yucca. It's either yucca or agave. I can't.
Yucca, yeah.
Yucca. That's a yucca.
Close to blooming.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this will go. A lot of people put these in the yards, and then these go way high into pink. So
Ours
these
are just white.
These are yours are white.
Yeah.
Cool.
Maybe we'll see
Don't
some
people
blooming
eat?
ones.
Don't people eat the root of that?
I don't know that you eat the root of yucca, but the ancestral Bluff Dwellings they would split the fibers and weave things out of it, like make their sandals and stuff.
Okay.
And I think they use the root to wash their hair. They use it as like shampoo.
Every once in a while, when there's really big runoff, there'll be flash floods through here. Come rushing through here. Don't want to get caught. We had a pretty dry winter though this year, and there's just some residue and more poop. There's more standing water. Hasn't drained through yet. Whoa. We're not even hiking on a dirt trail, it's just like stone. These stone floors. Asking if I want to record a walk. I don't need to record it. I know what happened. She was just telling us this is one of the quietest places in the country. The ambient sound measurements. Nice. You got your pantry, your fridge, all the storage you need right there. Your bed.
Like this is where people.
Oh yeah, someone's made some camp. Crawl back in there. And it's crazy how like his stuff isn't that strong, but yet it like
Sand.
you think it's kind of sketchy to stand underneath.
I'll get up there. You can take my picture.
There's a bunch of geocaches around here.
Oh, stop. Let's see how far we can get up there.
To getting in, that's easy.
Oh, yeah.
That's way down for the night. there's this thing called cryptobiotic soil that you don't want to walk on, so you should stick to the trail. I'm learning about this, so I will try to avoid cryptobiotic soil. And I don't know if it looks different than regular soil, but I will try to get some video if I can. How circular it is, how it's carved that out.
Ryan, did you make one of the book covers? Madeline, did you make one? No. Oh, did you guys see the general flock yesterday?
I kind of peeked at it, you know.
Structures left by ancient peoples.
My people helped build these. Your people? Construction people.
Oh. I'm glad that we clarified that. Yeah, like, oh.
There's always got to be builders in every colonization.
I should go the other way.
Cool spot.
Makes me feel a little claustrophobic.
Oh yeah, you're claustrophobic pretty bad, aren't you?
Yeah,
the light is so blocked and just reflected that it almost feels like it almost feels like artificial light coming in here. You know, like a lamp.
Are you talking to me?
Kind of.
it's vlogging.
Anybody that'll listen.
Because I'm such a ding dong, I shouldn't admit this out loud. I'm like shining the flashlight in that window trying to see, and I can't see anything. I was still wearing my sunglasses. Why is it so dark?
What's it called again? Burning house?
Burning something.
House on fire.
House on fire. There you go.
Burning house. House on fire.
Burning Man.
National Monument. Yeah, not Burning Man either.
Yeah, I'm from the Salt Lake County.
You're not supposed to touch, so if you come to the House on Fire site here, you can look, but don't touch. You might be tempted to crawl inside one of the holes, but you're not supposed to be in there. But yeah, just imagine what life was like using these for storage and whatnot, and cool stuff.
Anyway, I got the brand new backpack with the hat and getting content. That could be posted on the Renderable.
I love it. Content at any cost, right?
Like the backpack, literally with the lighting and everything, is the perfect like photo shoot for the backpack.
It reminds me of Matt's photo shoot on the
Brand.
basketball court.
The agency.
What was that for? Final Four. Yeah.
I want to see in this one.
Renderable is here.
So right now we're in the shade, but when the sun comes to the other side and lights this up, that's why they call it House on Fire. It hits this red rock and just glows, and the little striations that come up the roof, or not the roof, but you know, the side of the rock looks like flames kind of. And so fortunately we're not here at this time of day, but it's pretty cool looking.
That's so sick. How would they do that?
How would they do that? How would they
Laura's standing right
You
there.
put the mud on your hand or whatever pigment you're using and press it on. But then there's opposite ones where you'll see a hand that's the color of the rock and then all around it it's white. And what they did with that was they put the pigment in their mouth or a straw tip thing and sprayed it like that. So then it's all like splattered.
Do you know how old those ones are?
Really?
I do not know. I'm
gonna say
sorry, I'm
34, 23. Yeah.
He's back to back.
Earlier the
Like this is where the water probably pushed all this up against here, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
All the water got flash flood comes and pushes a lot of this down as it comes through here. Excuse us.
No problem.
You had the good timing, Allison. We come across on this hike an Australian accent and a British accent. There's obviously international draw to this part of the world. Potty stop. There's another little archaeological site around here we're going to check out quick before we head out. Gotta sign in. This is Mule Canyon.
but you can look at it like from all angles and zoom in and
Yeah.
look around.
Cool. Whoa. Nice. Sweet.
There's a snake right there. Look at that snake.
Sometimes they can call,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, he can get out. Oh yeah. It's too bad we can't get down in there. This is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he's not in the sun. It's all shady down there.
Yeah, because you don't want to be in the sun right now.
If you're a snake, you do.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because it's not.
So over here would be the ventilation hole, but it's to keep the air that's coming in from that hole from blowing out the fire, It's like a wind block from the hole.
Oh, I see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh.
Make their some nice colored pencils.
That's by myself.
Oh, everyone else is in shape.
Yeah, they're in it. We could film it.
Stickers. There's a lot of official dark sky parks around here that are designated spots where there's no light pollution or very little light pollution, so you can see the sky, the stars at night very beautifully. There's I think like 4 or 5 of them around here, I believe. Here's a picture of what that looks like, that house on fire. When the sun hits it better.
Interesting.
Check out part 2 to see us go to Forest Gump Hill, Goosenecks State Park, and more. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Thanks.